I am Clotaire II, son of Chilperic I and Fredegund, born into the chaos and bloodshed of the Frankish kingdoms in 584. My father was assassinated mere months before my birth, leaving me a vulnerable infant thrust into the deadly intrigues of Merovingian politics. My mother, Fredegund, fierce and cunning, became my fiercest protector and regent, ensuring my survival against all odds. The throne of Neustria was mine by birthright, yet it was a crown balanced precariously upon my infant head. In those early years, my rule existed in name only. The Frankish realm was fragmented, and my enemies were legion. Chief among them was my cousin Childebert II, ruler of Austrasia, and his ambitious grandmother Brunhilda. These were not the times for peaceful diplomacy but for survival and strategic alliances. My mother was my sword and shield, waging war and intrigue to secure my throne against the ceaseless schemes of Brunhilda, who sought to expand Austrasia's dominance over Neustria. When my mother passed in 597, the burden of rulership fell fully upon my shoulders. I was young, yet the weight of kingship was not unfamiliar. By then, I had learned the art of patience and strategy, observing the machinations of my elders. Neustria remained vulnerable, surrounded by enemies. The alliances my mother had forged proved fragile, and the memory of her relentless ambition painted our court as one of treachery and blood. As I grew into adulthood, I began consolidating power in earnest. The opportunity to strike came in 613 when I aligned with Austrasian nobles disillusioned by Brunhilda's ruthless rule. Together, we brought her reign to a brutal end. Captured and executed in a manner befitting the intensity of her cruelty, Brunhilda's demise marked a turning point for the Frankish kingdoms. It was Clotaire II who unified the fractured realm, becoming the sole ruler of the Franks for the first time in decades. Unity, however, was not an end but a beginning. My kingdom was vast and diverse, its people weary from years of division and conflict. I understood that stability required more than military might, it demanded reform and reconciliation. In 614, I issued the Edict of Paris, a monumental document affirming the rights of nobles and clergy while curbing abuses of royal power. It was a delicate balance. A king must be strong, but a wise ruler knows when to yield. This edict not only strengthened my hold on power but also laid the foundation for more equitable governance. The Church, too, became a cornerstone of my reign. I sought its guidance and support, understanding the influence it wielded over the hearts and minds of my people. Bishops became my allies, their wisdom helping to temper the fractious tendencies of the nobility. I promoted the Christian faith while respecting the traditions of the Frankish people, striving for harmony in a kingdom that had known little peace. Yet, even in unity, challenges persisted. The legacy of internal rivalries lingered, and external threats were ever present. The Saxons, the Visigoths, and the rising power of Islam on the distant horizon reminded me that kingship was a perpetual battle. I strengthened my armies and fortified my borders, ensuring that Neustria, Austrasia, and Burgundy remained under my firm control. My reign endured for decades, marked by both triumph and tribulation. As the years passed, I grew to see my kingdom as more than just a prize to be fought over. It was my responsibility, my legacy. I ruled with the understanding that a king is not merely a conqueror but a steward of his people's well-being. When I died in 629, my son Dagobert I inherited a united and stable Frankish realm, a testament to the trials and triumphs of my life.